The Enchanting Tale of Rapunzel. Hello, dreamers! Welcome back to Dandelion Daydreams. Today, we're climbing into a tale full of magic, courage, and of course, lots of hair. That's right, it's the story of Rapunzel. So, grab a comfy seat and let's begin this enchanting adventure. Once upon a time, in a faraway land, there lived a husband and wife who longed for a child. Their house stood beside a high garden wall, and beyond it grew the most wonderful plants and flowers. But the garden belonged to a wicked sorceress, and no one dared to enter. One day, the wife spotted a patch of fresh green Rapunzel, a type of leafy plant, in the sorceress's garden. She craved it so badly that she grew sick with longing. Her worried husband decided to sneak into the garden to pick some for her. But as he climbed back over the wall, clutching the Rapunzel, the sorceress appeared. "How dare you steal from my garden?" she shrieked. The terrified man begged for forgiveness, explaining his wife's condition. The sorceress's eyes glinted as she made a cruel bargain. "You may take as much Rapunzel as you like, but in return, you must give me your child when it is born." Left with no choice, the man agreed. When the baby girl was born, the sorceress came and took her away. She named the child Rapunzel and raised her in a tall tower deep in the forest. The tower had no stairs or door, only a single window high above the ground. As Rapunzel grew, her golden hair grew too, so long and strong that the sorceress would call out, "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair." Rapunzel would lower her golden braid, and the sorceress would climb up. Though her life in the tower was lonely, Rapunzel's days were filled with singing. Her voice was so beautiful that birds would perch near her window to listen. One day, a prince riding through the forest heard her song. Entranced by her voice, he followed it to the tower. Hidden among the trees, he watched as the sorceress climbed up Rapunzel's hair. He waited until the sorceress left, then called out, "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair!" To his amazement, the golden braid fell, and he climbed up. Rapunzel was startled at first, but the kind prince quickly won her trust. He visited her day after day, and soon the two fell in love. They devised a plan to escape. The prince would bring silk each time he visited, and Rapunzel would weave it into a rope. But their secret meetings did not go unnoticed. One day, Rapunzel innocently said to the sorceress, "Why is it easier to pull you up than the prince?" Realizing she had been deceived, the sorceress flew into a rage. She cut off Rapunzel's golden hair and banished her to a desolate land far away. Then, using the severed braid, she lured the prince to the tower. When he climbed up, he found the angry sorceress instead of Rapunzel. The sorceress cursed the prince, and he fell from the tower into the thorny bushes below. Though he survived, the thorns blinded him. Heartbroken, he wandered the forest, calling out for Rapunzel. Many months passed, and one day, the prince heard a familiar, sweet voice singing in the distance. Following the sound, he found Rapunzel living in a small cottage. Overjoyed, she embraced him, and her tears of joy fell onto his eyes, breaking the curse and restoring his sight. With their love stronger than ever, the prince and Rapunzel returned to his kingdom, where they were married and lived happily ever after. And as for the sorceress, well, she was never heard from again. And that, dreamers, is the magical tale of Rapunzel, a story of bravery, love, and finding freedom. If you enjoyed this adventure, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more enchanting stories from Dandelion Daydreams. Keep dreaming, dreamers, and we'll see you next time for another magical journey.